Some of you guys need to stop having such unrealistic expectations of your friends, and then you will end up disappointed. So on my way to get coffee, I came across that video of that one girl who invited her friends out to eat for her birthday dinner, and I guess one of the attendees decides to bring her man. But at the end of the dinner, the birthday girl was like, your dude is covering this $700 bill. She felt like because he was the only man in attendance, it was his responsibility. Now, I have the slightest feeling she knew better than that, but like, girl had a full-on argument in the restaurant over it. Like, you're telling someone else's man that they have to pay for your table's birthday dinner? What do you guys think about that expectation? I feel like she was talking crazy. Like, are you team he should pay because he's a man at the table? Are you team like, girl, that's somebody else's man, like, pay for your own stuff?
Yo, the entitlement is crazy. Okay, you can't even go to a birthday party and enjoy yourself without being ambushed to pay a bill for people that you don't even know. You just met them for the first time and they expect you to pay? Crazy.
A man shouldn't chase a woman. If she's not showing you interest, if she's making you jump through hoops, she doesn't like you. She doesn't want you. Chasing after someone looks desperate. If you believe that a man chasing you proves that he likes you, what are you doing to prove to him that you like him? That's not showing mutual interest. Men want to feel wanted too. Men want to know that you like them as well. It is our job as women, when a man is pursuing us, who we actually are interested in, we show interest back. That is the mature thing to do.
Yeah, that's a fact. Once a woman has you on that hamster wheel of chasing her, it's going to be hard for you to come off. Okay, she is going to constantly have you on that hamster wheel. Okay, you got to understand, when you're dealing with a woman that genuinely likes you, she's not going to be playing these games, right? She's not going to have you on the hamster wheel until infinity. She is going to make it known that she actually likes you. The moment the simple things become difficult, she ain't for you.
So I seen this girl make a post earlier where she was like, I'm not afraid to admit hood people scare me. Now, although that may trigger some people, y'all have to understand some of us are just genuinely traumatized. Now, I didn't grow up in the hood, but I worked in the hood. And when I tell y'all, that was one of the most miserable experiences of my entire life. You could not look at them wrong. They wanted to fight. You could not be quiet. If you were quiet, it's you think you're all that, you think you're better than us. It's so bad. I was washing my hair today and I got flashbacks of when they used to tease me and try and call me broke because I was not wearing a lace wig. Like, they just say the most uneducated, ignorant stuff I've ever heard in my life. I'm broke because I want to wear my natural hair that God blessed me with. And because I'm not gluing something to a nasty stinking stocking cap every 5 seconds, that means I'm broke. Like, the energy is just so miserable and negative. And even when they're trying to be nice, it's still in a weird way. It's like they're either trying to use you or benefit from you or get up under you to learn your business. I don't get that feeling from my friends now. Like, if they want to hang out, I know they genuinely care about me and they want to hang out. Not because they're trying to gather tea on me to tell somebody else. Around hood people, you don't feel safe. You feel like you have to watch your purse, watch your belongings. You have to watch your back. And I remember when I used to go just walk inside of the gas station and a car full of hood girls would just laugh and talk trash. And it's like, you don't even know me. You're just random people on the street. You're just so ignorant. It's just always negativity. They're always down to fight. They're always loud. They're always like, ew. Like, I'm so glad that Tampa is so segregated and I don't have to go on that side of town. And I know that sounds terrible, but like, a lot of things I'm just so traumatized by. I do not get along with hood chicks at all. I could probably count 0. I can't think of one person that is hood and I've actually like gotten along with them and they were nice and they were sweet and they weren't trying to use me and they never talked about me like a dog. Like, I can't think of not one person. I can't. When people show you who they are, believe them.
Ooh, there's a lot to unpack here. A lot to unpack. Well, first and foremost, I want to say this. The term hood, I don't think should be directed towards a specific group. I think if you're black, white, circle, square, or triangle, I think that, you know, that term hood could apply to anyone, right? Especially if you grew up in a certain environment, living in the hood, quote unquote, I think could apply to any demographic of people, okay, male or female. Okay, that's number one. Number two, for me personally, I created a video maybe about 2.5 years ago when I first started this channel. And I was pretty much talking about Black men professionals and how they were being shamed for pretty much, quote unquote, being whitewashed. And what I would say from my personal experience, and the OGs will probably know this, but when I was 4 years old, I was staying in a homeless shelter, right? I was going to the food bank. And around that time, I actually got into an accident where the doctor said I would never speak again. Put a helmet on him, put a coloring book in front of him, and lock him up in a hospital. He's done. Just stick a fork in him, he's done. And fortunate enough, I was able to find, or my mom at the time was able to find a doctor that was able to help me. And long story cut short, I had to do a surgery, right? Based on that surgery, I had to relearn the English language. So I didn't know how to read, write, spell, comprehension, didn't know what my name was, the color red, purple, Monday. I knew nothing about nothing, okay? I was a vegetable with 2 beady eyes. And the way I overcame that was by reading. I used to read the dictionary. I used to do these workbooks, and that would kind of help me string together sentences. And, you know, I was able to start to read again and write and things of that nature. And I was able to do that on my own, right? I didn't have professional help at the time because, you know, we were broke. Fast forward years later, I used to get Black women calling me whitewashed. Okay, you are whitewashed. You sound white. And it's kind of like, what does that really mean? You sound white. Well, what do you imply? It'll be like, oh yeah, well, you know, you don't have this twang to you. You don't, right? You say words differently. You know, you're kind of weird. You know, you say words. So it's kind of like, okay. So basically what you're saying is if somebody sounds educated or they use certain words or they have a certain vocabulary, then they sound whitewashed. You know what I mean? Why are you associating somebody sounding a certain way with a certain demographic of people? If somebody sounds intelligent and smart, there should be no race behind that, right? It's just like, you sound smart. That's it, right? You're a human being that sounds smart or is smart, right? I don't understand why people would associate a race behind sounding intelligent. I think I might have to make a separate video on this topic if I'm being completely honest, because I can go on and on and on. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section.
I saw this really cute guy at the grocery store the other day, so naturally I followed him to the checkout counter, and when he gave the cashier his credit card, I peeped it to see what his name was. And then I Googled him and found his social media profiles, and I was able to tell that he was single. So I went through his friends list and I found his mother's page. And then I looked through his mother's page and I saw that she was a member of this book club that's in my area. So I sent a request to join the book club. So I went to the book club meeting and I met his mom there, and we bonded over some books that we both liked. And she just thought I was so nice. And I brought it up randomly in conversation that I was single. And she let me know that she had a son that was single also that lived in the area, and maybe it would be cool for us to get together and chat sometime. So I gave her my number, which she gave to her son, and this morning he texted me and asked if I'd like to get together this weekend and do something. So I guess we're gonna go on a date. I'm really excited.
I'm not too sure if this is real or not. I hope it's not, for the sake of bro. But I always find it quite fascinating how these modern women can just make these kind of jokes, right? Creepy jokes. I stalked him, stalked his family members. Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
No.
I wish there was more context to this video. She's just rolling around in hot garbage, okay, making snow angels in hot garbage. I'm not too sure if she's sick. If she's well and able, yeah, bro needs to divorce her.
So when I saw this question on the spiritual word, I went straight to the comments because I wanted to see what the men were going to say. And then I thought about it and I was like, I know the answer already. So guys will sit there and talk to themselves in our DMs because eventually we do respond. We respond after we realize that our options are all used up, or we realize that we're not attracting what we're attracted to. And then we realize, like, damn, we might have to lower our standards a little bit. On top of that, we get bored. Once we get played, or a guy isn't messing with us anymore, or we get broken up with, we go right to those message requests. We start looking for the next one. And some do get responded to. I mean, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't tell me you ain't never responded to a message request. Don't tell me that. I know the truth.
Don't you guys love social media where women just tell on themselves, right? You're just telling us the cheat code. This is why you should not allow a woman to spin the block, okay? Once she ignores you and rejects you, move on.
I feel like a lot of people claim that they want like a healthy relationship, and this is a trend on social media too. You know, I feel like it's just a lot of people who say that they want healthy relationships and they're tired of toxicity and all this other stuff, but I feel like a lot of people don't really be understanding what comes with a healthy person. Not only is a healthy person going to come into your space and healthily communicate to you, but also they're going to tell you what it is and what it's not. They're going to tell you the truth, keep it 100 with you. But also, too, they're going to force you to grow. So if you're not ready to grow as a person, talking to a healthy person may not work. Because if you think that you're going to still be in your toxic ways and have toxic mentalities and toxic characteristics and want to have a healthy person in your space with no growth involved, you're going to end up tarnishing the healthy person and make them become toxic. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times people really don't be ready for what they say that they want. And I think that just comes with a lot of like understanding and realization of where it is that you are in your journey.
I'm a mom of 7 and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is hold on. We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on 1 person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own. Yep. That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids. Right. But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, hear me out. Hold on.
That's your only option, okay? Is to go back with the baby father. Figure that out. How can we reconnect and build and rebuild this thing? That's your only option. And hopefully the guy's still around. When I say still around, I mean alive. But it's like, why would you not try to make that work? You got 7 kids with this guy. Chances are you've been with him for at least 7+ years, if not 10, 15 years, right? That's a lot of years to just throw away. Now, I don't know the details of the relationship, but hopefully they can reconnect and try to figure this out. For a stepfather to take on 7 kids, nah, I'm good on that.
All right, serious question, y'all. For people in a relationship, Me and my boyfriend always get in a fight over money, bro. Okay, mind you, I'm not broke. Like I'm not broke. I am broke right now. You feel what I'm saying? But I make good money is what I'm trying to say. And all my money goes into my bills. It's just after all my money goes into my bills, I usually have nothing left. So I picked up 3 jobs, right? But my boyfriend didn't like that I was working the 3 jobs because he felt like I wasn't around my kid as much, which doesn't make any sense.
If you're saying that you have a kid and a man and 3 jobs, yeah, something is going to suffer. That's number one. Number two, what is your total expenses for the month that you have to work 3 jobs? Do you have a credit card, student loan, consumer debt? Like, what's going on in your bank account? But let's keep going.
Also, I had to quit a 3rd job because getting a sitter was becoming a little bit difficult because everybody started working in the evenings. So anyways, me and him always get in an argument over cash. And mind you, I'm only ever asking him for cash on my off days. Like, if I'm paid, I'm good, right? On my off days, though, I do be asking him for cash. And I'm not talking about, like, hundreds of dollars. I'm talking about 10, 20, maybe 50. And majority of the time, it's to be put back into the house, right? Or it's to be put to good use. Like, I'm not asking him to get my hair done. I'm not asking him to get my nails done. He doesn't even get any of that stuff done for me. Like, he does none of that for me. Like, if he does something for me, I have to ask for it. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that's right. And I get mad because every time I ask him for money, he wants to explode or have some type of reaction that just triggers me. And I just want to know, like, do you females ask your man for money, and how is that transaction? Like, is it a fight? Is it normal to ask your man for money? Like, how much money does he give you? You know what I'm saying? Does he treat you to get your hair and nails done? Like, my man literally does nothing but keep his money to himself. Like, and it's annoying, and he's very Mr. Krabs, and I don't like that. And I don't know if that makes me sound shallow or whatever the case may be, but no, I want to marry a provider, and I feel like providers, will help out. And also, he doesn't like to talk about his finances, bro. How are we supposed to be getting married in the future if you can't even have a simple conversation about finances with me? It's always turning into I'm being money hungry. But it's like, I'm realistic, bro. We need to know our budget. How much are we able to spend? Am I wrong?
All right, guys, so there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this one. What I'm suspecting is that her total expenses for the month is pretty expensive. And it seems like her boyfriend's expenses are pretty low, okay? Because he's able to save his money while she is running out of money. And the other thing is, it doesn't seem like he really likes you like that. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't really feel you like that, because for most guys, not all, but for most guys, if they were in a relationship with a woman, they probably wouldn't want to see their woman struggle, right? They would want to see how they can help out some way, shape, or form. Doesn't necessarily have to be monetary per se, but kind of strategizing how to kind of overcome some of the challenges that she's currently facing. It doesn't seem like he's doing any of that, right? It just seems like he's like, hey, figure things out on your own. I got my own money. I'm good, right? That's what it kind of seems like in this situation. And, it's unfortunate that she has to work 3 jobs. But what I would say is see how you can kind of cut the fat, right? Because to work 3 jobs, that's kind of crazy. The other thing is, see if you can maybe go back to school, right? Maybe you can get a degree or certificate that pays a little bit more money so that you don't have to work 3 jobs and you're trading a whole bunch of time for money. See how you can kind of level up, so to speak, and get a higher paying job so you can cut 3 jobs down to 1 job. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Go ahead and provide me some feedback. And until next time.